Seems pretty amazing, doesn't it? We've actually got ways to do some home purchases where the lender's not even requiring an appraisal. And some of my lenders actually have a special pre-check tool where I can take a look at it in advance and see if there's a likelihood that that property is going to be given a waiver. And so just wanted to talk to you briefly about this morning, because it's something that's somewhat new and exciting. A lot of people think that it is going to bring back the same kind of problems that brought us into the financial crisis, because they mistakenly think that those problems were based specifically on the appraisals, and that's actually not necessarily the case. Give me just a second. I want to share this on another one of my pages while we're going. Okay, so my name is Russell McDonald. I am a real estate broker and mortgage broker in the San Francisco Bay Area. My company's name is Tradmore. And what I wanted to talk to you about today is the fact that we're seeing in a lot of cases appraisal waivers being granted on purchases where we don't even have to have an appraisal done unless the client wants to do one for their own purposes. For example, I have one client who is in the process of selling her home, and her home actually qualifies for an appraisal waiver as long as the buyers coming in are putting down at least 20%. And the home that she was interested in buying also qualified for an appraisal waiver. And that's two different properties in the same city. How did this come about? I was at the Digital Mortgage Conference in San Francisco 2 years ago, and one of the executives from Fannie Mae was talking about these changes that they were coming up with on their appraisal issues. Part of the reason that they've come up with this technology is it's gotten a lot more expensive to get appraisals done. The quality of the appraisals that we've gotten over the past 10 years has actually gone down a lot because of the rules about how responsible each appraiser is for the work that they do. And in some areas of the country, appraisal costs have shot up to over $1,000, as much as $2,000 for a typical appraisal, with turn times of 2 to 3 months when things are busy. And so, in order to get around it, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have come up with new ways to grant appraisal waivers where they just accept the valuation of the property. Now, how can they do that? The fact of the matter is they have appraisals that have been done on many of these homes already. This executive from Fannie Mae that was speaking at the Digital Mortgage Conference said, I already have enough information on 20 million homes in this country to where I can accept the valuation on the home and not need an appraiser's inspection to know that I have a value that I can accept. Amazing. So what started happening is lenders started requiring that appraisers provide digital copies of their information on the reports in a special format that the Fannie Mae's and Freddie Mac's systems understand. And so they have really good, up-to-date information on neighborhoods, on each home in the neighborhood, and they're able to get these waivers. So I've seen people talking about this online, saying that no reputable lender would do this. Well, the biggest lenders in the country are doing this now, and they are given a waiver by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to where the lender doesn't have to certify the value of the property because they already accept it. So there's no danger for the consumer. There is no danger for the lender who makes the loan. They already have a guarantee from day one that the value is acceptable on the collateral for the property. So it's fantastic. Now, if you are looking at going in to make an offer on a property, you can actually talk to me, and I can take a look and see if that property is already identified in the system as one where you would not need the appraisal. So there's an awful lot you can do. Also, a lot of people who are going and refinancing home loans that they got a year or 2 years ago are finding that they don't need an appraisal done. I actually was speaking with a CPA who purchased a home 6 months ago, and he's already able to refinance and get out of his PMI with no new appraisal because they accept the new value of the property. Some really powerful stuff that's going on here. And that's why it's a really good idea to talk to an independent mortgage expert when you're in need of doing a refinance of any kind or when you're looking at putting together your purchase. Now, if you got your home loan anytime since the presidential elections in 2016, we should be talking, because rates right now are at just about their lowest levels since that time. Take a look at your mortgage statement. If that rate starts with a 4, or heaven forbid a 5 or higher, you need to be talking to me. You might not be able to refinance yet, but I have a patented tracking system that I invented where I can track the market, track your home loan, and tell you when you're first eligible to refinance at a cheaper rate than the one you already have now, where the lender pays the fees for you. Now, almost everybody can get a cheaper rate right now if they pay a lot of closing costs to get it. It's not usually in your best interests, and we can discuss that because it is case by case, and in some cases it makes sense. But what you need is an independent expert who can take a look at that and walk you through it. And if now is not the time for you to be making a move, we can tell you you need to sit tight, and we'll let you know when the time is right for you to make this decision and move forward. Likewise, if you are a CPA, financial planner, enrolled agent, basically anybody who is entrusted with the financial well-being of your clients, it's a really good idea for you to arrange it to where they come to you to ask for advice when they're making these major financial decisions. For most of your clients, their home is their biggest investment, and their biggest liability is the debt that they carry on that home. And we can show you how to provide that as an additional service to your clients, or how to work with us as a team to make sure that your clients are continuously being given the best options available. One of the things that are being done right now by the direct lenders, the big box online lenders, call center lenders, they are trying to convince people to buy down their rate to the tune of paying 3 or 4 points up front, on a $400,000 loan amount. It's real common to see them offering something with $15,000 to $20,000 in closing costs to try to buy the rate down. And usually that will not work out in your client's best interests in the long run. Now, obviously, we don't know what's happening going forward, but if we apply hindsight to it, it's easy to see that in most cases that pencils out to be a better deal for the bank than for the client. So I'm going to try to be coming at you more often with good information that is useful for you, useful for your clients. I can help you out with financing anywhere in California. If you or your clients are outside California, I have a network of thousands of independent mortgage loan officers who can also offer similar service, and at least one of them is local to you.